Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be testing out the TzHaar traders in the TzHaar city. Now, the TzHaar traders have been added as a new pickpocketing NPC, and the drop table is very solid. So what we're going to be doing, is test for 2 hours what the XP and the GP is going to be like for pickpocketing these traders for 2 hours and see if it's worthwhile doing both for XP and for GP. Now, in terms of these traders, I have seen some very good screenshots from people on Reddit about what they're getting per hour. Roughly what I've seen is upwards of about 10 mil, which for pickpocketing is incredible. Now, the traders compared to the Firewatch have some better drops. They have the Onyx Bolt Tips, which again, very solid in terms of their price. They also have Uncut Onyx, which if you get 1 or 2 Uncut Onyx per hour, that dramatically improves your GP per hour. And very similar to the Firewatch, they have a special drop. So the Firewatch drops the Vitor ring, whereas what the traders drop is the gem to improve the Berserker necklace to make the upgraded Berserker necklace amulets on the Grand Exchange. Don't know the price yet, but with them being sort of a niche combat item, I imagine there'll be a pretty decent price, which hopefully we find out because we're going to go and get this as well. So we're going to track the XP per hour, and in terms of my setup, I have the Soul in the Box. I'm using the Crystal Mask along with the Lightform Prayer, so that is why I've got the Ancient Ritual Shard. I've got the Super Prayer Renewals, and then in terms of what I've got on me, I've got the Master Camouflage Outfit, the Thieving Cape to note all of the loot, and as well as the Pickpockety Mushroom Bag as well, just for the chance to get some quicker perks. Now, as you can see, already got some of those Onyx Bolt Tips, and I really think a couple of those drops per hour will really rack up your cash per hour. Really interested to see how we do for 2 hours. The reason I want to go for 2 hours instead of 1 is just simply because it's going to give me a range. So with 2 hours, it just means that if I get lucky for 1 hour, then I won't notice it. Now, because I've also decided to start another video, doing another bit, I have used my Thieving Aura. So we're not going to use the Thieving Aura, but I'm going to use the Lumberjack Aura to give me a timer for 2 hours to show you guys, even if I log off or if we go and do something else, that is going to be 2 hours of gameplay. So really interested to see how this is going. 756 per pickpocket is pretty crazy actually, so that is really nice. And it's going to be a nice chilling sort of 2 hours. I've already done some Firewatches, but the Firewatches I'm going to do for a bit of a longer time, and I'll probably come a little later on in the week. This is a great AFK. Like, for me, doing this method, all you need to do every 5 minutes is basically just to reset your Crystal Mask. Apart from that, it's a full-on AFK, and the XP you're getting is crazy. I don't know what these traders are going to be, but if they're anything like Firewatch, we're going to roughly be around 1.3, 1.5 mil per hour. Firewatch are more, but they're a higher level and you do get more XP per pickpocket. So yeah, really interested to see what we get. We're going to get Toggle, gems, and the Onyx Bolt Tips. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll go and get that gem as well and see how much we can make. So what we'll have to do at the end of the video is we'll give you a GP per hour if you don't get the gem. And then obviously once we know more often, like the drop rate of a gem, that will be more GP on top as well. But if it's anything like Firewatch, it's going to be pretty solid. So I'm going to go and do this. I'll probably give you an update after we've done an hour or so, but I'm going to start edit some videos. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos as well. But if you are enjoying, make sure to hit that subscription button. Make sure to like the video. And we will come back very soon after hour 1. And then we'll report back after hour 2 to show you guys how much GP these traders are currently making. And just before we go, actually, I forgot to say what level it is. To do the traders, it's going to be 111 thieving. So pretty hefty requirements. But I don't think there's a lesser version of this actually been added. Like some of the other monsters, the Firewatch, the Archaeologist, and the other stuff have a lesser version. I think this is the only one you can do. But let's see what we do in terms of XP. Let's see what we do in terms of GP, and we'll report back very soon. Now, I don't know if that's as being spooned, but we have just got the TzHaar-Hur, which is the gem which is going to upgrade the Berserker necklace. We forgot to update. Well, I forgot to update after an hour, but as you can see, pretty decent in terms of the loot. I do think we're a little bit unlucky on the Onyxes, but apart from that, pretty solid way to train your thieving. In terms of XP, we're at 1.7 mil for about an hour and 20 minutes, which I think is going to be around like 1.3 to 1.4 mil per hour, which is crazy for thieving. And this is definitely the way I'd recommend you training your thieving as soon as you have these available at level 111. But currently the price for the gem is 75 mil. So we'll see what it sells for on the Grand Exchange. Hopefully it sells a little bit more. Maybe it pays off or gets me the ring. But I have a feeling we've been quite lucky there. Maybe I'll turn it into the necklace as well. That could also be an option. But yeah, decent. What I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to sell it just now. I'm going to finish off this hour. And then I'll come back and I'll sell it on the Grand Exchange and we can wrap up how much we've made for the full hour. And yeah, in terms of how we're doing though, very decent. I've been thinking about like this drop table. Yes, it'll bring Onyx bolts down. Maybe Onyx bolts get to a point where they can be really good money again because the price of the bolt tips will go down. I just imagine though that the price of the rune bolts will go up and it just sort of balances itself out. How it always seems to go with the Ascendry and the Onyx bolts. But gems are coming in quite the quantity and they were already a bit rough to begin with. So the fact that they're going to be even more supply of gems means they'll go exceptionally cheap even more. And maybe it could be a good time to buy crafting. Crafting was getting expensive, to be fair. I have said in a couple of videos that doing crafting through like battle staffs and stuff was getting expensive. So maybe this could be a way to train it instead. It's just do gems. But going to wrap up this 40 minutes and then we'll come back, report back, sell on the Grand Exchange and show you guys how much GP we've made in the past 2 hours. Okay, so that finishes our 2 hours at the TzHaar Traders, and what a 2 hours we've had. I think we've got very, very lucky here with the talktomeep. But in terms of the other drops, let's have a little bit of a price check and see where we are. Now the talk, even though it's untradeable, it still has a price to it. You can buy items through the shops here, runes, uncut onyxes, rings of stone, which do have value to it. So you can convert your talk for in-game cash. You do need a decent stack of it though, so you probably need to do a couple of hours before you get some decent rewards. The more talk you have, the better rewards you can buy. But let's check how much we made from these 2 hours of all these prices. I fear for gem prices because you get an awful lot of gems. So 2 onyxes, which I think is slightly unlucky in my opinion. I think we should have really got a little bit more. But 341 onyx bolts isn't bad at all. So 3.5 mil per hour while getting a total of 2.7 mil XP really isn't bad. Like, I am set on this being one of my 200 mils in the next couple of months. It is so chill. All you literally have to do is click to reset your crystal mask every 5 minutes, take a sip of potion, and then you can continue. The mushroomy bag as well. When the update came, I never really used it because again, thieving wasn't really one of my favorite skills. Even like Elf City thieving is a little bit too, I had to click too much for it. So this method is so much better, but this mushroomy bag is so good. And don't judge me for this, like I've started from probably level 2 and we're already at level 14 today. But the important thing about this is what is going to be the price for this gem. Now, I'm hoping if it can be anything over 100 mil, I will be happy. It'll be a really big sort of drop considering we've got lucky and got it in the first 2 hours. Now, I've learned always to try and put things in for a higher price and then drop the price down till you get something which is decent. 300 mil, it's not going to buy. That's fine. I was expecting that. Let's try 250 and then we'll go 200 mil and then worst case, we'll just roulette it into the Grand Exchange. Right, so it's not buying for that price. Let's see if we can go and get it for 200. No, so maybe it's going to actually be for the price. What I could do as well is turn into the actual necklace. That could always be an idea as well. So it's not selling for 150, which is a little bit concerning. So what I'm going to go and do is just do a little bit of research on the side, see what the price is for the gem and also for the necklaces. See which ones it's working best for, and then we'll come back and show you guys the profit which we've got for it, and then report back the total profit. But roughly about 7 mil just from the gems and normal drops, when I think I could have squeezed another onyx or two definitely in that hour, is pretty big in terms of the XP we've got. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to wrap it up here. Obviously we've made 7 mil just from normal loot, and whatever the gem sells for in the end. Now I have actually bought a berserker necklace, quite high, may I add. It was 1.3 mil for the berserker necklace, so you can make a little bit of GP doing that. You can also flip it as well because the margin currently is 1 mil for a berserker necklace, which is crazy. But I'm going to wait to see if that can sell. I'll put it slightly under like the mid price for gem, so see if it can sell, and I'll just slowly bring it down in price till I can get the most for it. I'm a little disappointed it hasn't sold for like 75 mil, but we shall see. It's also got me a little bit worried as well that the Ring of Vitor I have bought for an extortionate price this morning, but we know what happens on these updates. I always lose cash. I got really lucky with the League's reward where I could sold the aura at the start for 500 mil. I think this is me paying a little bit back for that as well. But hopefully the gem can take a chunk out of that if we can sell it for something like this kind of price. But we shall see. I'll make sure to update the comments with it as well. But that is going to be the TzHaar Traders. I think you can agree it's a pretty broken method with really good profits as well. I'm going to go and hunt some of the other methods now as well, and we'll scatter these videos over the next week or so. But really hope you guys have enjoyed. So for 2 hours, we got 2.7 mil Thieving XP, 7 mil GP from the gems and the bolt tips, and then whatever we've earned from the TzHaar gem on top of that as well. But I'll put it in the comments when it finally sells. Hopefully by the time I've edited the video and sorted it all out, it's sold. But for the meantime, I'm going to go and move on to the next big thieving project. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to leave that subscription, like the video. Let me know anything else you want to see. I'm thinking of doing the top pickpocket. Maybe we'll do a couple of chests, and then I'm going to do a couple of heist videos as well. I've not done Anachrony yet, but from what I hear, it's very, very good. So looking forward to give that a go. And who knows, you might even see Escaping Free-to-Play return for Series 2 this week. So if you want that, drop me a like, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.